This is Gyoen National Park in Shinjuku, Tokyo. I was still on my spring break. Although I went to the beach the other day, I thought it would be a shame if I didn't go to Hanami, or flower watching, in this case of course for cherry blossoms. I still remember the day I first arrived in Japan. It was on the 29th of March. The day I filmed this was on the 30th, I believe, so it was pretty much exactly a year from when I first arrived. Sakuras were also blooming that day, but school started immediately and everything happened so fast I never got the time to really look at them and, well, enjoy Hanami up until now. The flowers themselves as individual flowers, I don't think they're that pretty. I think there are flowers that look way better than sakuras, like even tulips or lotus or roses, I think, look better than sakura if you compare them as individual flowers. What makes sakura so special is that they only bloom for a short period of time per year, and they tend to all bloom together, which makes them really beautiful. I saw these kids, they were playing frisbee with their mom. I smiled when I saw that. Although they clearly had no idea how to play frisbee, but they were having fun. And I think that's quite all that matters. So many people bought in cameras. What's funny is that in the entrance there was a sign that says no cameras, but nearly everybody had bought in a DSLR or a professional camera. So many people were taking pictures, but there were also many people who just chilled and just looked at the flowers. Every time I go on these trips, I tend to get asked if I go alone. My answer is usually that I like solo traveling. Frankly, I still remember my first solo travel, and to be honest, it felt rather lonely. Every time I went to eat at a restaurant, I would see people eat in groups and they were chatting and they were laughing, while I was there sat alone and nobody to talk to. But after a few more solo travels, I learned to like it. I've learned to not feel lonely, which is quite weird. You could control this emotion of loneliness doesn't come from what is around you, but rather just from within you, and it's possible to control it. Although I love solo traveling now, there are quite a lot of things I've learned. When you solo travel, there are a lot of things to learn. Although you have control of everything, you are controlling everything. And by that I mean, you have to make so many decisions all by yourself. And you can't really get opinions from anybody because, well, you're solo traveling. You have to figure out where you want to go, what you want to do, when, where to stay, what food to eat, when to eat, should you eat. As I was planning my first few solo travels, even though they were short, I quickly developed mental fatigue and it put me off quite a few trips because it was just so frustrating because I couldn't decide where to go, what to do. But after some experience, the thing I learned the most was the skill of making decisions quickly and efficiently. I'm pretty sure we've all had this problem of overthinking and really just deciding stuff, not just about travel, but most things in our life. And I think that having the ability to decide quickly is an important skill. At the end of the day, making a decision is simply better than not making any. And I think that applies to most part of life. Just like grabbing an opportunity. If an opportunity comes, you should just grab it. Just take it. Instead of overthinking and trying to balance if should I go now or should I wait. Usually what happens is when you wait, you don't do it. Your brain has a certain capacity to make decisions every day. It's important to make the small decisions in life as snappy and efficient as possible. So you don't use a lot of that decision-making energy. and you keep most of it for the big things, the things that can change your life.